We knew one night wouldn't be enough to experience the scariest hotel with all of the stories here. I'm staying here 2 nights to experience this property's full effect in rooms that have months-long waiting lists from thrill-seeking horror lovers. To settle in, I take the day to explore the property and the general Eureka Springs area. It's beautiful, but you can tell there's something lurking beneath it all. For my first night, I'm in 218, Michael's room. A young ghost spirit who loves female guests.
So, this is where I'm staying. And not sure who this is, but I'm really afraid to know who this is. And I just feel like that's gonna be watching me sleep.
While unpacking my bags in the bathroom, something unsettling happens.
Okay, I'm actually shaking right now. I just ran out of my room. I have been waiting for something like this to happen at one of these hotels. I put my stuff down on the bed. I go to the bathroom, I'm washing my hands, and I feel like something almost bit me on my back. Turn around immediately. There are scratches on my back. I mean, hold on, let me take a photo.
I haven't even been here a full 24 hours, and the spirits are already messing with me. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it through the night.
Okay, it is 1:49 a.m. and I am in room 218, and I go to check the time, and I have 22 notifications, all the same, that say unable to install update. I remember talking to someone who told me that Michael likes to play with people's electronics, so I think that might have been Michael.
With one night in the books, I'm excited to talk with the experts about what I'm experiencing here.
Deborah,
It's so nice to meet you.
do you mind if we hang out for the day?
That'd be great.
Okay.
Let's go into the Crystal Ballroom.
I would love to. So how did you know this hotel was haunted?
I think experiences have been passed down from generation to generation. And when the hotel opened, they had a huge party, and we still hear that party today. So you might hear the tinkling of glasses or the laughter or the band playing, which is not unusual in a ghost hotel.
This was built in 1884 and then it opened in 1886.
Correct.
Why did they choose to build a hotel in this area?
This area was known for the healing springs. Powell Clayton, who was the first governor of Arkansas after the Civil War, began to develop this area. He thought this would be the perfect place to create a spa-type atmosphere, and so he built the Crescent Hotel. We get locals as well as tourists from all over the United States and international tourists as well.
The Crescent Hotel is known as America's most haunted hotel. How did it get that reputation?
That reputation comes from all the spirits that are here. And those spirits have been here for hundreds of years.
And are there any animal spirits that run around?
Yes, we have Morris the cat. He died here. Ever since then, the hotel has always had a cat. We have paranormal investigators and we have psychics who tell us there are a lot of spirits here that we don't even talk about because we don't know their stories. They remain here because of it being a positive and energetic place to be. We have people talk about doors opening or doorknobs jiggling, and they can see under the door that there's no one there. Things being moved within the room itself from where they placed it originally. The spirits that died here passed away in this area that gave us our very first spirit, Michael.
So this is the Michael responsible for my tech mishaps and the scratches on my back.
Who is Michael?
Michael is a 17-year-old boy who was up on the 4th floor on a beam working when he saw a pretty girl down below. He waved at that pretty girl and tried to get her attention, and in doing so, he fell. And he landed on a beam in room 218, and that's where he remains to this very day.
Room 218. This is where I spent the night last night. And something that we heard about before coming to this hotel was about Norman Baker. What is his story?
Norman Baker was here from about 1937 to almost 1940. He was a con man. He proclaimed that he had a cure for cancer, and he came in the Depression. So Eureka greeted him with open arms because he was going to give these people jobs. We opened this fancy hospital here in your hotel
itself. Yep. Okay. Well, I want to find out more about the different spirits who are here. Do you mind if we head around the hotel?
That'll be great. This is Michael's room, and Michael was a 17-year-old boy. And we often hear guests talk about how the electronics don't work very well.
The plug didn't work.
Yes, that's not an unusual. The balcony doors will just open even though they're locked. Women talk about having their cheek touched or their arm or their thigh. And men are not so lucky. They talk about having the covers pulled off or someone grabbing them or pulling them out of the bed.
Sounds like Michael causes a lot of mayhem around here.
I felt almost like a sting or like a bug bite on my back. And so I'm washing my hands, I go like this, that hurt. And then I turned around and there were just scratches on my back.
Now that might have been Michael trying to get your attention.
We're also staying in Theodora's room, so do you mind showing me there?
Oh yes, let's head that way.
Have you ever had people check into this hotel and then check right out?
Yes, we have. People sometimes come and don't realize we are a haunted hotel.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes somebody will have an experience and will check out in the middle of the night.
Making our way to my room up the stairs, we land on the 3rd floor during the tour, and I get the most eerie feeling.
The 3rd floor is something else, huh?
The 3rd floor is what we say is the creepiest floor. It was here that Norman Baker's patients stayed. Norman did not believe in pain medication. So patients were given secret formula number 5, which was what his cure-all was called, and it was shot into the side of the patient's tumor 5 to 7 times a day. They were placed here in what is called the pain asylum. There were big metal doors that covered this area. Some probably were screaming, but even moaning and groaning.
In terms of activity on this floor, what do people typically see?
So it's here during what we call the witching hour, which is around 3:30 in the morning, that guests hear the sound of a loud, squeaky wheel. Well, you notice we have carpet on the floor. And if they're brave enough to open the door, what they'll see is a gurney coming down the hallway, being pulled by a nurse in an old-time nurse's uniform, and the body on the gurney is covered. So she was taking a body out of the pain asylum
I have the goosebumps.
and heading to the morgue.
That is something that I would never recover from if I saw that.
That's not an odd occurrence.
With that terrifying tale, I can only imagine the spirits that haunt this hotel, and this floor especially. Approaching my room for the evening, number 419, that gurney image is now seared into my brain.
Okay, this is a little creepy. So this is Theodora's room, you're saying?
Correct. Miss Theodora was here during Norman Baker's time. We're not sure what position she held. She may have been an administrative assistant. Theodora does not like conflict.
Okay.
So arguing, yelling, that upsets her. And you may come back from being out and find your suitcases packed at the door.
Because she wants you to leave.
Exactly. She likes a nice, even keel room. And she likes the room to be neat, very tidy. And that's what she likes.
Coming in here, I am a little creeped out. I don't like this.
We tell people when we leave the ghost tour that we hope they have a good night's sleep, because there's no guarantee.
You guys make me feel not better, no.
And that guarantee extends to all those who dare to sleep here. After our interview, one guest pulls me aside to share a video from her sleepless night. Because of the alarming nature of this video, she doesn't want to be identified.
Girls trip, most haunted hotel in America, early bedtime, looking for ghosts.
She believes she captured a ghost girl on camera in her room here at the Crescent. She asked me to investigate this further as she's checking out today and ready to move on from this entire experience.